I want to share with you basically a 6th grader who set the bar for everyone in my life. When I meet people, I have a certain expectation of them, and I feel like people have an expectation of me. And I generally have this one particular rule, which a lot of people sometimes think I'm either joshing them, I'm kind of joking around, and I'm like, no, I'm serious. So I'm gonna start with what happened to me in the 6th grade. And now here's the thing. I walk in, it was like my first day there, I was all nervous, looking around, I didn't have any friends. I was like, oh my god, what am I doing? You know, I was kind of doing my, you know, what you normally would do for middle school. So, here's the thing. This girl walks right up to me. I mean, she doesn't miss a beat and literally does this. I don't like you. Whew, shocking, huh? She just kind of just did it out of nowhere. And I remember just being so confused. I'm like checking myself, like, I bathed this morning, like what did I do? Like why did she just walk up to me and tell me she didn't like me? She never even told me why she disliked me. She didn't even give me an inkling. They was just flat out, I don't like you. Now here's the thing. After she told me that, she actually told me that she wasn't gonna bother with me because she did not like me. I thought to myself, after checking to make sure there was nothing weird about me happening, I thought, okay, well I guess that's not too bad as long as she's not bothering me, right? I mean, what do I know? I'm in the 6th grade, right? So here's the thing. Months go by. Now we're like, you know, she still doesn't talk to me. She refuses to talk to me. She'll tell anyone in a minute, I don't talk to her, I don't like her. Like she was not shy about it. This wasn't like a big charade. There was nothing. She was genuine and she meant it. I do not like you. I didn't know why, but I never cared. Here's the thing. Now, like I said, months go by and we have to do a science project, right? Now, everyone either didn't do their science project. I had a bum science project because I didn't receive the help that I needed for my science project because I had a big idea. So I was like, I'm gonna do this, and that didn't quite work out. Last minute, my mom ends up helping me do my science project, which was static electricity. And I had the sweater, the balloon, I'm like, you know, that kind of thing. And you know, remember those good old days? You had the big board, like, this is my hypotenuse. And you can see I'm still in 6th grade mode because I have a poster board. Yeah, this is a poster board. That's right. You know, like, and these are the conclusions. Like, your conclusion should be to subscribe. Yeah, you'll like that. No, but seriously though, so you know, I had the poster board, I had everything ready, and I get up in front of the class. Now, my teacher was one of those teachers who should not be a teacher, not because he was so terrible at it, but because he wasn't made for children. Like, the kids were like throwing paper airplanes, ah, yeah, anarchy! You know, that kind of thing was happening to him all the time, and I felt so bad for this teacher all the time because he would just stand in front of the classroom like, okay kids, please stop, please, I need you. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, if he had an emotional nervous breakdown, it's probably because of my class, particularly because of my class. So what ends up happening is, it's now my turn. I get my little stuff, I got my balloon, the sweater, you know, and I'm gonna demonstrate all my curly hair, you know, that kind of thing. And I get up there, and here's the thing. I wasn't timid, I wasn't nervous about speaking in front of people because I had already did a bunch of plays by then. So I wasn't nervous, like, oh God, I'm gonna talk in front of the class. Like, I wasn't having that moment. However, when I'm speaking, I have an expectation of people to listen. If you do not listen, I'm probably not gonna go out of my way to repeat because I feel like you're not gonna listen to begin with. So, I've been this way since I was a kid. Nothing's changed. I'm pretty sure one of my exes is watching. Like, she's not kidding, she won't repeat anything. Because they never learn. Anyway, so I get up there and I'm waiting. I am patiently waiting in front of everyone, just kind of waiting for everyone to just basically shut up. And this girl, the same girl who told me, I do not like you, I will not bother with you because I do not like you, stood up in front of the class and got pissed off. I mean, pissed off. The 6th grader comes out of her mouth and I kid you not, she stands in front of, yo, everybody, shut the f up. I want to learn about the static electricity. And she sat down. She was dead serious. And then she looked at it, and while she's leaning back, she's like, go ahead, go. And I was so shocked that I felt like I was in the middle of my own science experiment because I was confused. I was like, I don't know, what? And she's like, yeah, go, talk, go. And I was so shocked that everyone sat down like that and immediately started listening. And I was impressed with her immediately as a human being. Now, she disliked me. She couldn't freaking stand me at all. I mean, not even the slightest bit. But she did something very important for me. That even though she disliked me, she left me alone. She also respected me as a human being. If I had something to say, she would actually stop and listen to me. I can't even tell you how intelligent and considerate that is for a 6th grader to do, nonetheless having that expectation from adults. Now, once she did that, that confirmed everything for me in the 6th grade. That was the starting moment. She set the bar so high that for the rest of my life, ever since then, I have an expectation of people to do the same. So if you dislike me, I expect you to leave me alone. That's what I expect you to do. That means no tampering with my life. That means no trying to influence things that affect my life. That means don't even talk about me. She wouldn't even gossip about me. She just had no interest. I don't like her, She really didn't care. But she respected me as a person. And I find it's so rare, as the older I get, it's so hard for people who dislike another person to just leave them alone. See, when I didn't like a person because I was like, man, I don't really vibe with them, whatever the reason was, it didn't matter. But I would leave them alone. And for such a long time, I really thought, am I the only person that does this? Am I the only one that's like, I don't like you, so I'm not going to bother you. I am not going to intentionally affect your life. I'm not going to intentionally try to cause you harm. I'm not going to intentionally do little sneaky things behind your back. I didn't do any of that. I have no, and I still don't have any interest in that because I'm really lazy. Like, I mean, come on. If I'm putting that much effort to do something like that to another person, I'm probably trying to kill you. I'm not lying. Come on, I'm a Scorpio and I kid, maybe. But you get what I'm saying. And she set the bar standards for everybody else. And I personally feel like everyone should do that. You don't like them? Leave them alone. You like them? Vibe with them. If you're in between, you can't decide, that's still fine. You can still leave them alone. Like, it's real easy. It's real easy. If that 6th grader girl can do it, then I don't think anybody else should have any qualms with doing so. She respected my opinion, my thoughts, me as a human being, as a person, as an individual. Yes, I know that sounds like I have a thesaurus. I know what it sounds like. I don't care. However, the fact that she was able to do it, that's impressive. And I even vowed to myself that when my career takes over, I am going to look for this girl because I want to give her money, because I want to be able to help her. I want to do that for her just because of that one single moment in science class. So today's episode is just mostly me sharing that little story about her because I find it so impressive. You don't need to harm or cause issues for other people. You don't like them, you don't have to turn your head like, that's unnecessary. You don't have to do all that. You don't have to run and gossip about this person. You don't have to go, oh, you know what she doesn't like? Let's do this. You don't have to do any of those things. I don't care about anyone that much that I feel the need to bother them. I have only one rule. You dislike me? Don't bother me. Because if I don't like you, I'm not going to bother with you. In fact, more than likely, you probably don't exist on my radar enough for me to do so. You'd have to do something very serious enough for you to be in my line of vision. And I don't really meet many people that actually do that. It's actually very rare. Don't get me wrong, I get mad, I'll get annoyed, but very rare someone actually gets into my line of vision. So I'm just sharing the story just because I feel like everyone can take a couple of notes and learn something from a kid. She was in the 6th grade when she did that. So that's for today's episode. I know it kind of came off like, wow, you were jokey today, but but yeah, I was actually thinking about her, and I was telling someone about her recently, and I felt like, hey, maybe I should tell her story. By the way, if you're watching this, thank you very much, Dejanelle. That was her name. You can't forget a name like that. Yeah, so when my career kicks off, I will come looking for you, and I will give you something, because I feel like I need to give you something, because you set the standards for people in general, and then make it worse, honey. You set the standards even more higher for women, because I don't think women have the right to bother other women. I feel like we should stick together, and even though you dislike me, you still stuck with me. That's respectful, honey. I love you for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed that lovely story. And tell me, have you ever had someone who tells you like, hey, I don't like you, man, but they decide they want to bother you, and maybe they left you alone too. Maybe they were as mature as Dejanelle was. You never know. Let me know what you think of this episode. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Please subscribe. You know, whether you like it or you don't, please make sure you subscribe, because at this point, we're just gonna have to say we agree to disagree, huh?